What I'm about to say is maybe especially uh, big during holidays, but really this happens to us as human beings all the time. And that is that we do things that to people that we love that we don't like, and then we get upset at ourselves. Or we do things in our business that we know we shouldn't be doing or should be doing differently or better, and we know we can, and we feel badly about it. Or we aren't taking care of ourselves, doing the exercise, eating right, whatever it is that's important to you, not taking care of your spiritual life, whatever it is that's important to you. And it's like you say to yourself, oh, really? I can do better than this. I know I can do better than this. This is something I want. This is something I love. I care about my business, whatever it is. And what happens is we find ourselves having a knee-jerk reaction to something that is much bigger than the thing itself. And you're a thoughtful woman, so you know that you know that the way you're responding is not the way that you could, the way that you're able to, what's really inside of you. And it just feels terrible. So you yell at your partner, right? Or you're grouchy towards your kids, or you don't do the thing that you've been pushing aside for weeks now, and you know you really want and need to do it. So let's take with the partner or the kids, whether they're grown or not, right? So you say something more sharper than you intended, and it kind of like comes out, and it's like, whoa, where did that come from? When you're able to be thoughtful about it afterwards, perhaps, or even right while you're doing it, it's like, who is this talking? What am I? How? Why am I responding so harshly? I don't mean all of this, and yet it just comes bubbling out like a lava flow or a volcano sometimes. Or you see a pattern that you're in, and it just you keep slogging through it. You keep not doing it. You keep the pattern is over and over, and you tell yourself, I want to do this, I need to do this, I should do this, and then you don't. Again, like it just doesn't compute, right? It doesn't really fit with who you know you are, who you know you can be, the skills that you have, the vision that you have for your life, for yourself, for your business, for your family. So, what is going on here? In many, many, many of these instances, you're being triggered, and the trigger is usually something from before, often from when you were quite young. And what it does is it puts an overlay of static, of reactivity to the response that you're giving. So instead of just saying, "Hey, that wasn't nice," or "I didn't like that," or "Could we do this differently?" or however you handle it, you burst out. I know I've certainly done that, and I don't like it at all when I do it. I'm something in me is being triggered. Or if of course, you can easily see it again with your partner or your kids, or one more time you're not doing what you say and know you wanna do. There's something in you, a pattern, and that one, it's like a pattern that you've seen in yourself many times before, and there you are rolling in the pattern, and yet it feels like the rolling is unstoppable. It doesn't feel like something in your control at that exact second, even though you know what you're wanting to do with your business, your life, yourself makes sense, and you really want it. It's something in your heart. So when you find yourself doing things, and this will be a very short, I'm going to finish up in just a moment. When you find yourself doing things that don't feel congruent with you, that feel off, that you've noticed you've done before or haven't done, whatever it is, the thing that you think you should be doing, or you're bursting rather than just kindly speaking the way you normally do. If you find that happening, I want you to really know that very likely it's because you're being triggered either into a more intense response than is normal for you or into a pattern that is there for a reason. And the reason I've talked about before, it is actually a compass, not a cage, but it's a compass putting you in the direction of how you can resolve this pattern so that you don't keep doing things that don't fit who you actually are, who you the honest and true you. And and when we act like who we're not, especially in a negative way, it feels awful, right? There are absolutely ways that you can work with yourself, not by understanding it, but by really deep, deep, deep change that um, dissolves those patterns. So next time you feel something bursting out of yourself, or you see yourself not doing something or doing something that's destructive of towards you or towards someone else, and you know that's not you, then I want you to at least know that you don't have to keep doing that. There is a way to uh, soften the reactivity so that you can actually drop down into that beautiful woman that you are. All right, I will continue talking to you about how to do this and what to do. If this resonates, let me know. Make a comment, let me know. All right, bye for now.